Okay guys, this is a comic book review on Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, issue number 1. The person that made this comic book series was John Vasquez, and people may know him as the creator of Invader Zim. The comic book series has a total of 7 issues, and there's also 2 spin-offs which are called Squee and I Feel Sick. But anyways, I like these kind of comic books because they're weird and scary, and I like that. Also, I recommend younger kids not to read this because it has bad language and a lot of gore. The comic book is all in black and white except for the front cover, which are awesome looking. Okay, first let me tell you about the character named Johnny. He's a serial killer who kills people that irritate him, and he prefers people to call him Nee for short. Okay, in the first issue you meet Squee. He's a little boy that lives next to Johnny, and in this story he's telling his parents that he's scared because he hears noises in his room. So he goes to tell them, but they don't give a fuck, so they don't give a fuck. So he goes back to his room, and that's where he meets Johnny. Johnny's in his bathroom looking for Bactine, and yeah, after he cuts up Shmi, which is Squee's teddy bear, he leaves, and that's the end of the first comic story. And here's another comic, a different one. It's called Wobbly-Headed Bob, and it's about this little creature that's always sad, and he talks in like big words, and yeah, that's pretty much it. This is another comic from Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, and it's about this survey guy telling people about murderer and what do you guys think about it, and he knocks on Johnny's house, and then Johnny kills him. So yeah, and here's a different one. It's called Happy Noodle Boy, and it's this stick figure that's always mad and shouts out random stuff, and then later in the story he gets shot, like right here, or killed. And here's another Johnny the Homicidal Maniac short comic story. And here Johnny is eating a taco at a restaurant, and this lady, she tells him that he's wacky looking, and then he gets mad, and then he says that he hates the word wacky, and then he kills all the people that used wacky in the restaurant. So yeah, and this is another one. It's called Meanwhile Somewhere Else, and it's somewhere else somewhere else. And this one is about these 2 kids, and they're like one of those teachers, like, you know those teachers that they're after like the elementary school day was over, the teachers went to the crossing area, and they had these signs to make these cars stop so the kids could walk to the other side. Well, these kids are doing that same thing, but they're arguing with each other, and they transform into these mutants or something, monsters, and then they start like a battle. and then the girl wins. So yeah, this is another wobbly-headed Bob. Basically the same thing. This is just another Johnny the Homicidal Maniac short comic story, and it's just, this one just shows like pictures of people like getting killed, and then at the last box he says, "Dear Diary, today some friends came over." Yeah. And this one is called Johnny the Suicidal Maniac. Basically, it's just Johnny, and he tries to kill himself, but he never succeeds on doing that. This is another Happy Noodle Boy, and it's just the same thing. He gets killed at the end. It says random stuff. And then here's the last page, which I like because at the end of every page, like the last page, it always starts with "Dear Diary," and then it ends with the funny quote, like a funny phrase. Like for instance, this one says, "Dear Diary, today I stuffed some dolls full of dead rats I put in the blender. I'm wondering if maybe there really is something wrong with me." So yeah. Then here's the back. I recommend this comic series because if you like Invader Zim, then you will like this. This is just is not meant to be taken seriously, just a joke. So yeah. And they cost $2.95 in the US. And yeah, if you like this kind of video, then please subscribe. I'll be making more videos on the rest of the comic series and more. Yeah.